Ellie Goulding won't admit to dating him, Miley Cyrus says he's granola, and Julian Casablancas says he's only successful thanks to cultural brainwashing. Yep, this ginger crooner faces a tough crowd among his famous peers. These are the celebs who can't stand Ed Sheeran. When women of color speak out about systemic inequality, people generally don't want to hear a rich white dude's retort. But Sheeran still weighed in on the 2015 MTV VMA nominations for Video of the Year, which Nicki Minaj said celebrated skinny women almost exclusively at the expense of her Anaconda video. She also implied there was a racial element to the snub.
The way I look at it is, I know eventually in my career I'm gonna have Grammys. This year is just about being nominated.
Taylor Swift misinterpreted Minaj's tweet as a subtweet towards her, tweeting back, "I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your slot." Minaj claimed that she wasn't talking about Swift, but suggested that the singer speak on the issue. Sheeran then took it upon himself to defend Swift, telling the Daily Telegraph, "Swift just made some good videos and people think they are good. Minaj's point is that you have to be skinny and white to get a Video of the Year nomination. But Beyonce's 7-Eleven is in there, and that is celebrating the female figure in every form." Sheeran later told BuzzFeed UK that his words were taken out of context. Minaj won, however, when a video of heavily buzzed Sheeran attempting her monster verse went viral.
I do know the words, but you've given me 4 shots.
She praised him for it, which many of her beloved barbs interpreted as shade. This one looks like a case of he said, she said. Back in August 2013, Sheeran was spotted holding hands with Ellie Goulding at the VMAs. 1 month later, he said in a radio interview, "I mean, normal people don't hold hands if they're just friends. It was going on, and now it's not."
But me and Ed just we're friends, so just whatever.
Fast forward to 2014 and Sheeran drops Don't, which many believe to be about Goulding, who was linked to Niall Horan just after she and Sheeran were supposedly together. A year later, Sheeran told EW that he never confirmed the track was about Goulding, but he also didn't deny it, saying, "I had to be honest as possible in that song because otherwise what's the point? It didn't necessarily have to go on the album, but it definitely needed to be written." Goulding then admitted to LUK, "I did go on a few dates with Niall, but I was never in a relationship with Ed. I have absolutely no idea where that came from and why it was turned into such a big thing." She then addressed him on her track On My Mind, singing, "You wanted my heart, but I just liked your tattoos."
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Elton John acted as a mentor and friend to Sheeran for years, with Sheeran also signing to his rocket management company.
Elton has had many different impacts on my life, helping me sort of charter this weird little music industry game.
But even the legendary singer got tired of Sheeran's shtick after a while, warning him that he shouldn't get too used to his success. John said on George Ezra's podcast in 2018, "On the US radio chart, which is the middle of the road chart, Ed is still number 1 and Shape of You is still in the chart. It's like, why? How many times do you want to listen to these things?" Granted, John still had loads of affection for Sheeran a year earlier, when he told Rolling Stone he loved him to death. But the sentiment was not without a dash of shade when he added, "He was so omnipresent, I said, Ed, even I'm sick of you. Go away." Miley Cyrus shaded Sheeran in a 2017 interview with Billboard, telling the magazine that her Younger Now album was singer-songwritery, but not granola. I don't listen to Ed Sheeran and John Mayer and stuff. The shade may have steamed from years before when Sheeran himself, who's been accused of appropriating culture like Cyrus has, told The Mirror in 2013, "I think encouraging young people to twerk might be a bad thing. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her twerking." He also quipped that Cyrus' Wrecking Ball was a brilliant song, but the video is distracting to the music.
I heard the Wrecking Ball song the other day before I saw the video, and I was like, great, another good tune. And then I saw the video, and I was like, you don't need to do that.
Cyrus may have caught wind of his commentary because at the MTV VMAs in August 2014, she was caught allegedly mouthing a profanity in his direction. Julian Casablancas doesn't necessarily have a personal dislike for Sheeran, but his suggestion to Vulture that Sheeran's success is perhaps due to cultural brainwashing doesn't exactly sound like a compliment.
It's more the lie that's a little frustrating in this day and age.
The Strokes and Void's frontman expanded on his theory, telling the mag in 2018, "People grow up with norms knocked into their heads. I'm not trying to diss Ed Sheeran. I'm just saying I don't understand why there can't be a world where Ed Sheeran gets 60% of the attention and Ariel Pink gets 40%. Now it's almost like Ed Sheeran gets 99.5% of it. Casablancas also admitted that Sheeran's music wasn't his thing, and that the crooner's popularity can largely be attributed to music industry propaganda. Ouch. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.